We're going to be checking out some crazy, cool, awesome looking places in Belgium. So if that's what you're into, stick around for it. We got a video we're going to be reacting to. First time, never saw it before. We're watching it together. That's the format of the show here. Hidden gems in Belgium. Unexpected, unusual places you should explore besides Brussels. The original channel is called World Wonderista. There will be a link in the description section right down there for that. I wouldn't be mad at you if you click the like button on your way down. That'd be pretty sweet. We're going to check this out and see what these hidden gems are. I mean, right off the bat, we're looking at a nice looking castle with a pretty sweet looking moat around it. I mean, the moat isn't sweet looking. It's just, it looks like a mud puddle, but it's a moat. The castle's cool.
Belgium, my home country, is probably one of the most underrated countries in Europe. It is often skipped by travelers, and when they do visit, it often remains with a quick visit to Brussels, Bruges or Ghent, and a quick taste of the Belgian chocolate, beer and waffles. But beyond those lies a treasure trove of hidden gems waiting to be discovered. From quaint medieval castles, fairy tale locations, and natural splendor, let's embark on a journey to uncover the hidden wonders of this fascinating little country. So
All
buckle
right,
up and get
let's
ready
do
to
it.
explore the unexpected beauty of Belgium.
You know, Belgium has a lot of cool castles, medieval stuff for sure. Oh, wow. That almost looked fake. But then I saw the birds and stuff.
In this episode, I'm going to take you to 10 unexpected and unusual places in Belgium, hidden gems you don't expect finding in this small country. So if you are interested in going off the beaten path, keep watching.
Oh, that's cool. That is super cool. You know, that wouldn't be that hard to make. I mean, look at the roof. It's just, it's like logs, right? And then you got like sticks, branches, moss. I hear sirens outside. But anyways, the Hobbit door being roundish, very cool.
If you think you can only find tulip fields in the Netherlands, think again. Also in the province of East Flanders in Belgium, in the polders of Meerdonk, near the border with the Netherlands, several
Did she say in the polder? Do they have polders there too?
think you can only find tulip fields in the Netherlands, think again. Also in the province of East Flanders in Belgium, in the polders of Meerdonk, near the border with the Netherlands.
In the polders of Meerdonk. Okay, so Meer is Dutch for lake. So Meerdonk. Dark, possibly. Don't quote me on it. Dark might be donk. Anyways, Meer is lake for sure. So in the polder of Meerdonk, that used to be a lake, I bet. They poldered it up. If you're unfamiliar with what a polder is, they build like a dirt wall in the water pretty much, suck out the middle of the water, turn it dry, reclaim it into dry land. And it sounds like that's what they did here in Meerdonk, possibly.
Several tulip fields have been planted. Dutch farmers rent fields here to grow tulip bulbs. Since tulips are very sensitive to diseases, growers can only plant tulips on the same plot every 6 to 7 years, which is why they come here to lease fields.
Okay, so it's not Belgian farmers doing it, it's Dutch farmers. They just rent out the land to fulfill their tulip fantasies.
It's a nice area to rent a bike and cycle along the fields. Please
I
do
bet.
not enter the fields without permission of the farmer. Somewhere deep in the woods of Houillet, along the rails you can find the ruins of train station Royal d'Ardennes.
I thought that was a castle. That's a train station? Okay.
This abandoned train station was built by King Leopold II in the 19th century. He had opened a luxurious hotel and wanted to welcome his guests in all grandeur, so he built his train station looking like a castle. The guests arriving here by train were taken to the hotel by carriage through the woods. After the First World War, the station remained closed. Since it is old and not secured, a visit is at your own risk.
Very cool looking.
About 45 kilometers south from Brussels, the ruins of the impressive old abbey of Villers-la-Ville can be explored. It was built in the 13th century by Cistercian monks. It's incredible to walk between the ancient walls and explore every corner of these ruins.
Somebody should literally go set up a beer brewery in there and call it Abandoned Abbey Ale. Just a thought.
The church is the most remarkable building, but you can also explore places like the kitchens, the dormitories, the guest house, the pharmacy with its incredible herb garden, and even a vineyard.
Wow, that place looks incredible. Is this abandoned? This is a new place, right? It's if it's abandoned, how's the fountain still working? I mean, no, somebody's taking care of this place. You can tell. Oh, is it the same place?
La Maison de Harry.
I guess so, because she just now introduced this place. Why is that my sound here? Whatever that is. It looks cool though. I like that old style. Like that style is just it just looks I don't know, it just looks fantastic. Like Fantasyland. Like I want to live there.
Co is situated in a small town called Wery. It used to be a restaurant, but ever since the pandemic, I honestly don't know what happened to its use. All I know
Sad.
is that it looks like a house coming straight out of a fairy tale. The house is built by Dominique Noël. It took him 7 years and he tried to do it as ecological as possible. He used local wood and stones from a nearby quarry. A lot of elements come from recovery.
Nice.
Not too far from it, you can find dolmen and menhirs. They are over 5,000 years old. But what's even more mystical and mysterious is that the stones are perfectly aligned in a region of 8 kilometers. I tried to time travel to find me a gorgeous man like in the series Outlander, but unfortunately I forgot my gemstones, so it didn't work. In the most southern part of Belgium, there is an extremely gorgeous town that looks similar to the Provence called Torny. The little village looks like a fairy tale with its soft yellow houses decorated with flowers and the lavender growing in the tiny front yards.
Wow. What kind of tree is that? That's not a walnut tree, is it? That looks nice. I have one similar, but it doesn't have, this has like red flower things in it. I don't know. This village is crazy looking though. Like cool, like in a good way. Like crazy cool. That's just like that's a nice area. That would be perfect to sit there at that table under that tree and drink my morning cup of coffee or tea. Wow. That's what I feel like I imagine when I imagine like Europe. This is the kind of stuff that comes to mind. The shutters on the doors or on the windows right there, you know, the flowers in the window boxes. Just cool looking stuff like this, like stuff that you would just see in old movies from like that's set in Europe and yeah.
Beautiful vineyards cover the hills surrounding the town and you can go wine tasting. Somewhere high on the granite cliffs along the river Amblève once stood a big castle. Now all that is left of the Chateau d'Amblève are its ruins.
Chateau d'Amp. So I feel like this is a lot of French speaking areas. Like I mean earlier she said something about East Flanders region for the one place, but a lot of this Forgive me if I'm wrong, of course, but sounds French, right? Chateau d'Amblay. Well, I mean, I don't speak French, of course, but she sounds like she's pronouncing this really well. Maybe, of course, she's from Belgium, but maybe she's in the Wallon region. She might be a native French speaker in the French-speaking part of Belgium.
The castle dates back from the 11th century but got destroyed in 1578, when it was occupied by a garrison of William of Orange and got attacked by the Catholic troops on order of the Spaniards. It was never restored and now it is an over
So hold on, was this during the 80 Years' War then?
when it was occupied from the 11th century but got destroyed in 1578, when it
1578. I think that was during the 80 Years' War, possibly, like at the very beginning, and then well, no, because that was the 80 Years' War was before the Dutch Golden Age, possibly in the 1600s. I know the 1600s is the Dutch Golden Age, right? The VOC and all that. This was just before that when this got destroyed. I think this is 80 Years' War. It's talking about William of Orange and the Spaniards.
It was occupied by a garrison of William of Orange and got attacked by the Catholic troops on order of the Spaniards.
Yeah.
It was never restored and now it is an overgrown castle ruin that makes you feel like Indiana Jones when you are exploring it. Even though there are private signs everywhere, a lot of locals are visiting this place as if it is their daily walk with their dog. Just be aware, these are ruins and there are a lot of loose rocks.
That looks cool.
Also in Belgium, we have a little hobbit hut, which is situated in a recreational park called Domaine de Chevetogne.
Nice.
Off-season, this park is free to
This is okay. This is the one I saw earlier at the beginning. Yeah, this is very cool.
visit. The hobbit hut comes from an event called Salon Passion Robinson, where architects and builders come to build all sorts of cabins, yurts, tree tents, and so on. Normally these creations are taken down, but the park kept this hobbit house. This hidden gem is located in the forest near a pond with a wooden bridge.
That's cool that they kept it. Like, why would you take that down? That's too cool. It should be a crime to dismantle something like that, you know?
Deep in the forest near Aubry-sur-Semois hides a cave carved in limestone rock overhanging the Semois River, containing an altar dedicated to Saint-Remacle. The relief on the altar represents the saint and a wolf. According to the legend, Saint-Remacle used to live here with his donkey thanks to gifts from the nearby village inhabitants. When Satan discovered this, he turned into a wolf to attack the donkey, but during the attack, Saint-Remacle's rosary fell around his neck and Saint-Remacle was able to dominate the wolf.
And is that why wolves left Belgium? I don't know. In fact, I just before this, I dropped a video. I reacted to it was why that wolves are back in Belgium after 100 years, right? And I was wondering why they left. I wonder if this is part of the legend of why the wolves left. Probably not. I think this is older than 100 years ago, but yeah, evidently wolves are back in Belgium. So watch out if you're a farmer.
One of the most secretive places of Belgium is the Wizard's Cabin.
Oh,
This is the
cool.
best kept hidden gem of Belgium.
The Hobbit's house looked cooler. You should have showed me the Wizard's house first. I would have been more excited. But in all fairness, it is pretty cool in itself.
It is a rule among its discoverers to never share its location. It is hidden somewhere at the borders of a forest in the Namur province, and it comes with an interesting story.
That's interesting. It's a rule, so don't tell nobody where it's at. So she, unless somebody cheated and told her, she is claiming she also discovered it on her own. She went out and probably looked for this cabin and found it. Very cool.
One day, an American traveler visited a very large estate with all its meadows. He liked it, so he asked the owner to build a small house so he could return whenever he wanted. The property would be of the owner, so he agreed, and the cabin was built with recovered material. Strangely, the American never returns. True adventure seekers will enjoy the quest to look for this hidden gem. Another place you will
Where I'm concerned about what happened to the guy that never came back. What is he okay? I hope so.
never believe it is in Belgium is this quarry. Belgium has a fair amount of them, and some are filled with water like this one. This makes
Jeez.
them look like emerald green lakes surrounded by beautiful grey canyons somewhere in Canada. But never ever go swim in them. It is dangerous. Most of them are private
Okay.
property and it is not allowed to enter their grounds. But for those who are a little more adventurous than the average person can give it a try to explore these hidden places in Belgium. This one I found in the woods in the province of Namur. How I find these locations?
That's crazy.
I have to admit I have a special talent for finding hidden gems all over.
I mean, she just goes out and wanders around nature. So maybe, you know, of course you're gonna get lucky and find some stuff eventually. If you're just out there all the time, I don't know.
Over the world. So if you want to become an expert in finding off the beaten path locations as well, I advise you to get my Hidden Gems Expert Guide, in which I share all my tips and tricks to find those
Okay.
secret places. All details of the hikes and places mentioned in this video can be found on my blog. I'll link it in the video description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. More videos about hidden gems in Belgium are coming up.
I did enjoy this video, as a matter of fact. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to this channel because that was good. That was a good video. If you like my videos, my reactions, you want to see me doing more of this, please subscribe. You guys have a super fun, awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.